Behold, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry.
Our servant, the servant shall eat, man. So the brother just read that beautiful scripture. The wealth of the sinner is stored up for the just, man. So that they are storing away all those rations for us, man. Because some of our brothers are gonna have spiritual power. They're gonna know how to go right in there and take it, man. You don't just go right in there and take it, man. You know? Go ahead.
Behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty.
Hey, Esau storing up. They storing up yayan and everything. They storing up the goodest, the best yayan. So the Lord, hey, he's preparing us now for that hard time, but he's gonna take care of us, man. You just gotta keep your faith, man. You know, keep your faith. We right here at the end, brothers.
Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed.
They gonna be ashamed, man. That they even, most of them gonna be ashamed because everywhere you see men on these streets pushing the truth like we doing in all truth and sincerity, people always got to snigger and they got to say shit under their breath and in their own minds about us, man. And the Lord gonna play that back to you in that day. So for every person out there who scoffed against one of these men that on the highways and byways, the Lord he gonna make you be ashamed in that day, man. You know? Go ahead. Go ahead.
Ecclesiastes chapter 2, verse 26. For the Most High giveth to a man that is good in his sight wisdom.
He give it to a man that is good. You know? That's first of all, he give us this wisdom, man. That's why he haven't gave it to everybody. That's why that number is only 144,000, man. You know? You just can't give this wisdom to everybody, man. They'll mishandle it, man.
That's right.
They won't treat it with the right, proper perspective they supposed to treat it with. And you see that with certain people who, we know certain Israelite groups, look at IUIC. They're not treating the wisdom right, man.
That's right.
Bubba is not treating his wisdom right. You know? And they're gonna be ashamed in that day, man. Go ahead.
For the Most High giveth to a man that is good in his sight wisdom, knowledge, and joy.
Wisdom, knowledge, and joy, man. And that joy is gonna come at the end. When we come back off the chariots, man.
That's right. When
it's all done and you come back, when New Jerusalem come back, pursuing the Revelations 21st chapter. That joy gonna begin when we get the around you nations up, man. Pursuing the Psalms 149th chapter. We get to bind your kings with chains, man. That's when that joy gonna start. When we get to get loose on y'all, man.
That's right.
Go ahead.
But to the sinner, he giveth travail.
To the sinner, he gonna give travail, man. So it's gonna be a lot of hell on you sinners, man. You ain't gonna know which way to turn that day. It's gonna be a day of darkness, man. And when you're in the darkness, you can't see. And when you can't see where you're going, it's confusion and it's anguish, man. You don't know whether you're finna fall off a cliff or you don't know, man. And that day gonna be darkness, man, because you refuse, man, to hear the words of the Lord, man.
That's right.
You know, brothers, hey, man, we're brothers labor, man. You know, especially out here in San Angelo, man. It's one brother, man.
That's right.
You know, out here alone with all these fucking people, man. It's probably 100,000 people in this town, man. And you know they go by, you know they might wave, but they say shit under their breath, man. You know? So when that day come, man, hey, Lord willing, man, we make it, this brother make it, tear this fucking place up, man.
That's right.
And part of my rude speech, man, that's just where it is, man. You know?
To gather and to heap, Salakia. But to the sinner he giveth travail. To gather and to heap up, that he may give to him that is good before the Most High.
That he may give to him that is good before the Most High. So he's gonna look after us in that day, man. We just keep doing what we were commanded to do. That first of all, we were commanded in Matthew 22, man, to get out here on these highways and byways, man, and push the truth, man, and keep it simple, like the brother was saying, man. You ain't got to try to be a super Israelite, be 25 deep, because you got to remember, the Lord gave certain brothers 10 talents, some 5, and some 1. So just if you got 1, try to make your 1 2. Just come out here. You got to put forth effort.
And his wisdom is stronger than 10 mighty men. You know? So there's no excuse. You know? I got one scripture.
I'll read it for you.
Okay, 2nd Esdras
16.
15 and 56.
2nd Esdras 15 and 56. And it says, like as thou hast done unto my chosen, saith the Lord Yahawashi, even so shall Yahweh do unto thee, and shall deliver thee into mischief.
That's right. So how you dealt with us, you're gonna be recompensed for that, man. However the Lord sees fit. He's gonna reward you to your to your lust, to your things that you sought after. You know what I'm saying? What a man soweth, that shall he reap.
That's right.
Reap in the flesh, you're gonna receive a corruptible death, man. You know what I'm saying? Like it says in Galatians. You know. So go ahead.
We started 55.
Come.
55. The reward of thy whoredom shall be in thy bosom. Therefore shall thou receive recompense.
That's right.
They're gonna get paid back for their wickedness, man. You know, the wickedness that you put on the table in the beginning. It says, like as thou hast done unto my chosen, said the Lord Yahawashi, even so shall Yahweh do unto thee, and shall deliver thee unto mischief.
That's right. So Yahawashi is gonna do all these things to you. We're just the messengers. All right. But he's coming back for that chosen, the ones that you despise, you mock, you scoffed at, the messengers. You know that we were talking about earlier. That's all we're just trying to relay the message to you, because we know destruction's coming, man. But we're gonna eat in those days, Lord willing. If we're part of that number, we're not gonna be amongst the number that we're telling. The number y'all part of, y'all are destined for death, man. And that's 2/3 of you Negro Latinos and Native American Indians.
That's right.
The 1/3 is being brought out of that number. I forget what book it is in Apocrypha, but it talks about that. We're not gonna be applied to that number. We're gonna be brought out of that number. You know, we ain't gonna take the RFID chip. We're gonna say hell no to it. We're gonna take death rather than to receive that.
That's right.
Because Yahawashi is coming back to be that ultimate judge, man. Like I was saying. Go ahead and read that.
Is that
That one.
Sirach 38 was who's gonna be brought out of that number? It might be. I thought I was read it the other day.
Go ahead.
Sirach 30.
I think it's in
38. I keep reading though. It says, it talks about
being brought amongst the number.
Verse 57. Thy children shall die of hunger, and thou shalt fail through the spoil, through the sword.
That's right. So your children are gonna die of hunger, man. Y'all gonna die out here with hunger. The hearing of the word, yeah, you're gonna be desiring that. You ain't gonna hear that. That's one form of hunger through the spirit. Then you're gonna actually die through the physical. You ain't gonna have no bread to eat. You know, the storehouse is gonna be empty everywhere because people are gonna be going off, man. They're gonna be fighting for food. You're gonna see that the beast state that they've always been feeding themselves throughout this time, and it's gonna come out full-blown demons, man. They weren't exercising the spirit, you know, because that's the most important thing, man. Because that's what's gonna keep you stable in those times. Wisdom, knowledge, and understanding shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of thy salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. Instead, you want to despise the little ones, man. This brother's a little one, I'm a little one. This brother right here is a little one. All us brothers, starting with the we're still considered little ones in the eyes of Yahawashi. And you're going to receive a recompense for those things, man. In the midst of martial law. All right? Can you finish up?
God. It says, thy city shall be broken down.
See, your cities are going to be broke down because Yahawashi said in Matthew 24 that this brother brought out earlier that not one stone shall be left upon another, man. You know, all this is going to be wiped clean. The Lord is going to use come as a sweeping agent, and that's going to be through the missiles, man. It tells you that in Isaiah 14. All right,
and it's being brought down too slowly because the infrastructure, this society's infrastructure got a deep grade. So it's like bridges are falling. It's corrosion everywhere. Damn, we just hit a damn pothole 2 blocks away. Everything that was on the dash and fell off. It was like, damn.
We almost flew out of the
Yeah, it was like, hey man, it's rough.
That's right.
And it'll cost like, they said it costs like anywhere from $3 to $5 trillion to basically fix the infrastructure. But yet they just signed $1.3 trillion bill saying the government was gonna shut off and half that's going to the military. So that lets you know they're not finna sign another $3 trillion to fix no damn streets, man.
Especially when they know it's gonna be destroyed, man.
Exactly.
They at least know that this place is going out of business. You know?
But I thought our state taxes were going to the Romans. I thought that money was already allocated. Obviously not. That money's being spent in the hands of the elites.
It's true.
It says, verse 50, it says, "And all thine shall perish with the sword in the field."
That's right. You're all gonna die, whether you be in the city or out there in the wilderness. Because, like the brother said, you ain't studying, trying to learn how to survive, what's edible or not. You know, what could be detrimental to your life. Ultimately, it's gonna be Yahawashi that's gonna guide you, anyways. You know, if you're the elect, you're gonna endure to the end, or you might be a martyr for Yahawashi's sake.
That's right.
But the rest of you are gonna die, like the brother's reading.
It says, verse 58, "They that be in the mountains shall die of hunger and eat the flesh of their own."
Yeah, cannibalism.
You get Jeremiah 19:8, that'll back that up.
It's gonna be cannibalism out there, out here in the city, because it's gonna be a lack of bread, man. People, we don't know what it is to be hungry, because everything's at our convenience here in America.
That's right.
But the ones that are in the midst of Yahawashi, they're the ones that are rehearsing and exercising the godliness through the Spirit, man. Fighting off the flesh. We're gonna know what it's like, because we already been going through fastings and things of that nature, man. But the rest of you, you're gonna be doing them. You're gonna be eating your own kids. Like it said in Lamentations, women are gonna agree with each other. That it's spoil our child. You know, like I said in one of the
Kings.
Yeah, Kings, where they said, they made an agreement to eat one of their children.
Eat mine today, eat mine. So eat yours today, eat mine. He got that.
Jeremiah chapter 19, verse 8. "And I will make this city desolate, and in hissing, everyone that passeth thereby shall be astonished, and hiss because of all the plagues thereof. And I will cause them to eat the flesh of their sons and the flesh of their daughters. And they shall eat everyone the flesh of his friend in the siege and straitness."
Yeah, those are those true zombies, man. They're out there for blood, man. You know?
That's right.
They're gonna be hungry.
So I go drive you to utter despair. Desperate measures calls for desperate things, man.
That's right. These are desperate people. Now, this happened in the time of 70 AD, but it's coming back. It's coming back. People are going to be filleting their young, eating them like that. You know, that was the good meal of the day.
Best
All
meal
this
they
stuff
ever
is
had.
coming back. So
Like you said, they desperate people. We know y'all desperate people because look, even in this Esau society, every new thing come out, you go all out to get it.
that's right.
They go all out to get it.
That's right. Or
Look.
any little scare.
Yep.
You at the grocery store and all the water gone.
Exactly.
So like,
Bread gone.
yeah.
Hey, potato chips be gone. You go over there, all the little stuff like what we would eat, trail mix, all that still be there. The nuts and grains, y'all go get potato chips, the eggs, and bread, and it should be gone.
Yeah. Like there's people that they don't eat within a certain amount of time. They get headaches. They get agitated. I look at people at work. I'm like, man, chill out. Just wait. Oh man, I need to eat, man.
Yeah.
They work out and everything. They're you know what I'm saying. But then they're strong. They're mighty, considered like mighty men. They may be good at martial art or something like that, but they can't even control their own belly.
That's right.
You know, because their spirit is actually weak.
That's right.
I'm gonna go back to where I was just reading some more on that.
Yeah,
But I'm gonna get that. It said Deuteronomy, I think 28 to
I'm gonna bring out this one real quick. Lamentations 4 and 9. "They that be slain with the sword are better than they that be slain with hunger. For these pine away, stricken through for want of the fruits of the field."
That's right. Slain with the sword, you stabbed or you shot, and that's it. Slain with hunger, you walking around like the scripture said, like a zombie. You walking around, you want to eat anything. You'll start pulling leaves off the trees, chewing on rocks.
Amen.
Like the scripture said, you grabbing other people, chewing on their arm.
Attacking people just because you're hungry.
That's right.
That's part of the curses. I got that right here. It's Deuteronomy 28. I started 52. "And he shall besiege thee in all thy gates, until thy high and fenced walls come down, wherein thou trusted. Throughout all the land he shall besiege thee in all thy gates, throughout all the land which the Lord Yahweh thy power have given thee. And thou shalt eat the fruit of thine own body, and the flesh of thy sons and of thy daughters, which the Lord Yahweh thy power have given thee in the siege, and in the straitness wherein thine enemy shall distress thee." And that was dealing with 70 AD. When they besieged 70 AD, that's what they were doing. You know, eating leather and their kids. I think it's going to come back. I think it might be that one the brother was just talking about. I'm going to try to get that right quick. I think it's this scripture here about eat my kid one day. I want to say it's this one. I'm going to try to see if this is it.
Finish this one.
Go ahead.
Lamentations 4 and 10. The hands of the pitiful women have sought in their own children. They were their meat in the destruction of the daughter of my people. Cannibalism, you know? Especially, I mean, it's going to happen for men too, but women, we know they're the weaker vessel. They're going to be going off the chain with that, man.
That's right.
It's not going to be, there's no new thing underneath the sun. It's happened before. It's going to happen again. That's what we're relaying to you. Knowing the terrors of the Lord will persuade men. That's why we're coming out the scriptures, man. All right. So if you believe you have some form of fear, then you better get on board, man.
That's right.
Repent and get right. Set your house in order and reprove thy people. But reprove yourself first. Right. Get yourself in order. And then come out here onto the highways and the byways, man.
This 2 Kings 6, 26 to 29. And as the king of Israel was passing by upon the wall, there cried a woman unto him, saying, Help my lord, O king. And he said, If the Lord Yahweh do not help thee, whence shall I help thee? Question. Out of the barn floor or out of the winepress? Question. And the king said unto her, What aileth thee? And she answered, This woman said unto me, Give thy son, that we may eat him today, and we will eat my son tomorrow. So we boiled my son and did eat him. And I said unto her on the next day, Give thy son that we may eat him. And she had hid him her son.
Now what is the Most High going to do with our people that are acting like that? It's going to get rid of them. You can't come into the kingdom with human flesh on your breath, human flesh in your teeth. You can't come into the kingdom that way. Those people are going to have to be destroyed, removed off the face of the earth, and come back through the righteous men who stood firm for Yahawashi, who didn't follow their lust so hard that they were eating the man next to them, who stood fast for Yahawashi and depended on the Most High to bless you with the food you need. That's who's going to get saved.
Back in 2nd Ezra 6:15 and 50.
I still got Jeremiah 19.
Start at 58 again. They that be in the mountains shall die of hunger and eat their flesh eat their own flesh and die of hunger and eat their own flesh and drink their own blood.
Drinking their own blood. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm. For very hunger of bread and thirst of water.
Because they ain't gonna be. It's not gonna be to your convenience no more, man. So you're gonna be doing all these abominable acts, like a beast. You know, like Esau. He ate that raw meat. He gave up his birthright instead of just dying like a man. If that was the case, it was a test, really. But he showed it was just an example for us on how not to be, man. You know, we gotta strive for the truth till death to avoid all these coming atrocities, these calamities, these plagues.
Verse 59, Thou as unhappy shall come through the sea and receive plagues again.
You're gonna try to escape from one city to city, like the brother brought out. What was it? Second Ezra 16 you brought out? Yeah. You're gonna be doing all that stuff, man. You're gonna be trying to ask people, has a truth came through here? You know, you're gonna be looking for a man of the Lord. You're gonna be trying to look for him. It's like in the book of Eli. You know, all these things are for real. These things are really gonna happen, man. But only the ones that have the fear of the Lord are gonna believe in that. The rest of you people are gonna continue to do the same BS that y'all been doing since the time you were born and your forefathers been doing. Bullshitting around.
That's right. That's right.
You don't take nothing serious. You take your career serious, your money, you know, your 401k. But you ain't concerned about your life, man.
That's right.
As far as through the spirit.
And in the passage, they shall rush on the idol city, and shall destroy some portion of the land, thy land, and consume part of thy glory, and shall return to Babylon that was destroyed. So America just basically, hey, your time is up, man. You know, they don't basically they really don't give a shit about the souls of these people, man. These elites, man, don't give a shit. Like, all they really care about, like we read, their own people, man. If you're not in that circle, of that elite circle, really, they don't care about nobody. That's why they're gonna let America just be destroyed, because this is like the Rothschilds' play yard, America. So they don't really care about it, man. Verse 61, and thou shalt be cast down by them as stubble, and they shall be unto thee as fire, and shall consume thee in thy cities, and thy land and thy mountains, all the woods and the fruit trees shall burn up with fire.
Right. Talking about the ICBM missile, man. You know, because that's what they're, at the end of the day, Yahawashi is going to use to pay back that harlot, which is, we know that's America. You know, and he's going to use those other nations to take part in destroying her. You know, and the 2/3 are going to be ruled or fueled to the fire. The other average heathens out here. That's right. You know?
Isaiah 47.
If I could just say this, the Most High is planning a recompense for this place, and 2/3 of our people are going to get wrapped up in that. They're going to get caught up in that because they want to. Even with all the atrocities going on, like the brother was saying, you people don't want to let it go. You want to hang on to it. So as you hang on to it, you're going to be burned up with the so-called white man. You're going to be burned up with Moab, with Ammon, with Ham.
With your lovers.
Exactly. You should, instead of loving Yahawashi and its truth, you love the so-called white man. Salah.
This is Isaiah 47:14. Behold, they shall be as stubble, the fire shall burn them, they shall not deliver themselves from the power of the flame. There shall not be a coal to warm at, nor a fire to sit before it. Thus shall they be unto thee, with whom thou hast labored, even thy merchants from thy youth. They shall wander every one to his quarter, and none shall save thee, man. So these people, man, that's living here, half these people who come over here to make money, they gonna go back home, man. A lot of them gonna get out of here, but a lot of them gonna die. Because a lot of times I see Elam, I be like, hey, when you going home? You know, a lot of times they tell me this is my home right here. So a lot of y'all gonna die here in America, man.
That's right.
You know.
I got Jeremiah 51:6. Flee out of the midst of Babylon and deliver every man his soul. Be not cut off in her iniquity, for this is the time of the Lord's vengeance. He will render unto her a recompense.
That's right. A recompense is coming to this place. Now there was, in the time of Noah, there was a destruction that involved water. And the Most High made a covenant with the earth that he's not going to flood the earth or destroy the earth with water anymore. And that covenant was the rainbow, right? You can read about that in the book of Genesis. But this new cleansing agent is going to be fire. And it's going to be a extreme fire to come to this land and destroy it, to tear it down so that no man will dwell here ever again. And this will be a perpetual remembrance of our people should be righteous. A perpetual, remembrance of the so-called white man being the wicked, being Satan. That's what's going to happen.
It says, verse...
Start that over too.
Okay.
I got something to add to that too.
Jeremiah 51:6. Flee out of the midst of Babylon.
He say, flee out of the midst of Babylon. Now, when you read in Revelation 18, you start the 4th verse where it say, come out of her, my people. So it's talking about us, the elect. Go ahead.
It says,
also, to add to what the brother said.
And deliver every man his soul. Be not cut off in her iniquity.
Don't be partakers in her iniquity. Like it told you in Revelation 18. Right? Because be not partakers in her iniquity so you don't receive what? The plagues, man.
Right.
And that recompense, man, of Yahawashi. And that's what 2/3 of our own people are going to receive, man.
That's right. It says, for this is the time of the Lord's vengeance. He will render unto her a recompense.
See, he's going to render her a recompense. And he's going to recompense her what? as it say, if you read on down to Revelation 18, double.
That's right.
Man, it's so, man, Lord, beautiful, man. These scriptures are beautiful, man. This is the way of life, man. This is the right way to go by.
Again, in the knowledge is the fear of the Lord, man.
That's right.
So avoid all these things, man, and Lord willing, be a prisoner of hope. You're gonna escape all these things. Because these missiles, man, all these bad things that we're making mention of are really going to come, man.
That's right.
And they're happening little by little right now before your eyes, man. You got moms and moms killing their kids, putting them in ovens, you know, all kinds of different madness, man. Ripping them apart with their teeth. They bug out, man. Why? Because they got demons on, they're emotional, whatever. They always have an excuse, but we know what it is. You know, it's that spirit of vengeance.
I know the Lord had this girl in Little Rock bug out. She had twins, man, and it was like they were dead inside of her. So before her time of conception, to conceive them, to bring them out, the Lord had them come out early because they was dead. So when they came out of her, boom, both of them came out. She freaked out and just put them in a suitcase, man, and went and buried them, man. Instead of her just calling the ambulance and say, man, my kid's on the floor, I had them. She, like you said, he put that perverse spirit in her head. She went and put them in a suitcase and buried them. Now, the courts, since Esau didn't get a chance to make that $6,000 or $8,000 off the funeral, they charging her with mishandling of a corpse. They couldn't charge her with murder because they were dead already. But the Lord put a perverse spirit on her to throw them in a suitcase.
That's right.
See what I'm saying? So,
But when you think about Planned Parenthood, they in there killing kids all the time.
Yeah,
So what's the issue with her? She didn't even kill the kids; they came out dead.
Yep.
So what is it? Yeah, what is the problem, Esau? Like the brother said, it's complete hypocrisy. I got one. 2 Thessalonians, chapter 1. I'm just going to start at verse 6, since we're talking about this recompense. Seeing it is a righteous thing with the Most High to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you.
That's right.
It is a righteous thing for the Most High to bring vengeance upon this land. That's a righteous thing. You got all these people, especially the so-called black man and black woman, man, that's not right. The Most High, and he ain't gonna burn this place with fire. Well, it's righteous that the Most High does that because of all the wickedness and atrocities that this land and country and nation has done to the world. It's a righteous thing for that to happen. Verse 7. And to you who are troubled, rest with us. When Yahawashi shall be revealed from heaven with these mighty angels in flaming fire, taking vengeance on them that know not the Most High.
That's right. And Esau, he don't know the Most High. All right, he knows him as his adversary, though, because the scriptures say, it was for 2 Thessalonians, that he's at opposition of the Most High. He's against everything the Most High is about. That's why they got the Babylonian Talmud. You know, everything is contrary to the law, statutes, commandments of the Holy Bible, man. The Lashon Kodash, the scriptures, the Hebrew, right here that we contain in the scriptures, man, the Spirit. You know, but he don't know God, nor do you 2/3, man. That's why we're out here trying to convey that message, to bring you back to the understanding. But since you want to reject it, guess what? You're gonna be put in that lake of fire, man.
That's right.
And he's gonna give vengeance, pay vengeance back to you. Why? Because you were like as your father, the devil, you know, a liar and a murderer, man. You hated us without a cause, all because we come out here and teach the truth. And we're trying to get those that are troubled to come rest with us. And how do you rest with us? By fellowshipping with the brothers, you know, staying in tune with the Spirit, the Comforter.
And that obey not the gospel of Yahawashi the Messiah, who shall be punished with an everlasting destruction from the presence of Yahweh and from the glory of his power.
Yeah, and that's going to be by the way of the ICBM mission, right here in America, a big lake of fire, man. This place is going to be annihilated by 200 million missiles, man. And not only that, the chariots are going to be taking part in destroying this place too.
That's right.
You know, what you call UFOs, man. But it's going to be the day of the Lord, you know, recompensing, paying everybody back. Right?
Beautiful day. Patiently wait for it.
This is Revelations 1:7. Behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him. and all the kindreds of the earth shall well because of him, even so Aman. All right? So Yahawashi is coming back to deal with you, man. You know? And he's not going to come back as a man riding on a donkey. You know? You know, he came in as a humble man. Now he's coming back as a man of war, man. You know?
And the ones who pierced him, you Roman soldiers.
Exactly.
So that's a proof of reincarnation. Because them same spirits, man, are back here in bodies right now. We don't know if they look like Edomites or they could look like Jakes. Them spirits is here. You know? And them we know they gonna be the first ones he's looking for. Man. You know?
I got it. Psalms chapter 79, and I'm gonna start at I'll just start at verse 4. We are become a reproach to our neighbors, a scorn and derision to them that are round about us. And that's talking about Jake. How long, Yahweh, wilt thou be angry forever? Shall thy jealousy burn like fire? Pour out thy wrath upon the heathen, and that wrath is going to come in the form of those ICBM missiles that have not known thee, and the kingdoms that have not called upon thy name. For they have devoured Jacob and laid waste in his dwelling place.
So they did that in 70 AD. They did it in 1500s.
That's right.
Right? They did it in every captivity. They did it in the Syrian captivity. They came and got us. You know, the Greeks.
Pour out that wrath upon the heathen. And that's what we're praying for. That's what our complaint is. That's what we're constantly putting out. That's the vibration that we're putting out. Is how long, Yahweh? How long, Yahawashi? How long are we going to have to deal with this? We're constantly saying that in the videos. We're constantly saying that amongst each other. And the Most High and His Son are listening. And that time is coming. But as a prisoner that's in, let's say, jail or in a prison somewhere, you're going to have to do your time. But when your time is up, you out, you free. And that's what we have to do. We just have to be patient and understand that, hey, you know, you did wrong in your life, so sit your ass down. Endure that chastening. The Most High is coming. Your release date is coming up. It's right around the corner. It's hours away. Just sit back, wait. Don't get restless and end up, you know, doing something crazy. Now you got another 6 years in prison, right? Sit back and allow the Most High to operate His program. Don't try to push it, because that's how you ended up in prison, because you wanted to do it your way.
And then in Esau's sentencing, pursuing the Joel 3rd chapter, his sentencing is near. That's why the Lord said, I sit in the valley of decision, man. You know? He sit the judge in that day. He already been found guilty from way back. It's like when you be found guilty, you got to come back and get your sentencing. You know? Your sentencing of death or life. They gonna